There is something powerful happening today. Some of you have walked into this room feeling broken, doubting your strength, questioning whether you are truly unstoppable. But let me tell you something. Inside of you is a fire that cannot be put out, a purpose that cannot be stolen, and a destiny that cannot be denied. You see, the world has tried to silence women for generations. It has tried to tell you what you can and cannot do. It has thrown obstacles in your way, hoping you would give up. But an unstoppable woman does not crumble under pressure. She rises above it. Today I am going to share with you 9 undeniable signs that you are an unstoppable woman. And by the time this message is over, you will no longer doubt your strength. You will walk out of here with your head high, knowing that no challenge, no storm, no setback can stop you from stepping into your destiny. Stay with me, because if you hear these words and take them to heart, your life will never be the same. Are you ready? Let's begin. An unstoppable woman knows she was created for a reason, and nothing can shake her from fulfilling that purpose. She does not wander through life aimlessly, waiting for the world to tell her who she is. No, she walks with certainty, her steps firm and unshaken, because she understands that she was designed with intent. She wakes up each day with an inner fire, a deep knowing that she was not placed on this earth by accident. It does not matter where she came from, what her past looks like, or what obstacles she has faced. Her purpose is greater than any pain she has endured. The world may try to convince her that she is too weak, too young, too old, too unqualified, or too broken to make a difference. It will throw distractions, doubts, and delays in her path, hoping to steer her away from what she was called to do. But she refuses to listen to the noise, because the voice inside her is louder. That voice tells her that she was made for more, that she has a mission to fulfill, that she carries something this world desperately needs. She does not live by the opinions of others. She does not waste time trying to fit into a mold that was never meant for her. She is not defined by society's standards, nor is she waiting for someone else to give her permission to rise. An unstoppable woman knows that her purpose was given to her before she took her first breath, and no human being can take that away from her. She embraces who she is with boldness, knowing that her uniqueness is not a flaw, but a gift. Even when the road gets difficult, she does not back down. She has faced rejection, failure, and heartache, but none of it has been able to break her spirit. Every setback has only sharpened her, making her stronger, wiser, and more determined. She understands that the struggles she has endured were not meant to destroy her, but to prepare her for something greater. Instead of complaining about the storm she has faced, she uses them as fuel to push forward. She does not let fear paralyze her, because she knows that fear is only a barrier meant to test her resolve. She does not give up when things get tough, because she knows that her purpose is bigger than her pain. She is not easily swayed by temporary disappointments. When doors close in her face, she does not see it as the end of her journey, but as a redirection to something even better. She trusts that every delay, every detour, and every difficulty is shaping her for something far greater than she can imagine. She does not question her worth, nor does she shrink herself to make others comfortable. She stands tall, knowing that she is here for a reason, and that nothing, no person, no circumstance, no trial can stop her from fulfilling the destiny that was placed inside of her. An unstoppable woman feels fear, but she does not let it control her. She understands that fear is a natural part of life, but she refuses to be chained by it. Fear whispers lies in her ear, telling her she is not capable, that she is not strong enough, that she will fail, but she knows better. She recognizes fear for what it is, a test, a challenge, a hurdle that she must overcome. She feels the weight of uncertainty, the trembling hands, the racing heart, but instead of backing down, she moves forward anyway. She knows that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. When she stands on the edge of something new, something unfamiliar, something that makes her doubt herself, she does not retreat. She takes a deep breath, straightens her back, and steps forward. She understands that every great achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of transformation requires walking through fear. The fear of failure, the fear of rejection, the fear of judgment. All of these are real, but none of them have the power to stop her. She does not let fear silence her voice. She speaks up when something is wrong, even if her voice shakes. She stands for what she believes in, even when she stands alone. She does not allow the fear of being misunderstood to keep her from expressing her truth. She knows that her words carry weight, that her voice matters, and that speaking up can change. She refuses to let fear make her small, and she refuses to live in the shadows when she was created to shine. When she faces a challenge, she does not allow fear to dictate her decisions. She understands that fear tries to keep her stuck, to make her settle for less, to convince her to stay where it is safe. But she knows that comfort is the enemy of growth. She pushes herself beyond what is familiar, beyond what is easy, because she knows that her purpose lies on the other side of fear. She sees fear as a door, and instead of avoiding it, she walks straight through it. An unstoppable woman does not allow fear to hold her dreams hostage. She refuses to sit on the sidelines watching others take the risks she was too afraid to take. She understands that regret is far more painful than failure, so she chooses to try, to leap, to believe. Even when doubt creeps in, even when fear whispers that she will not make it, she silences those voices with action. She knows that fear only has power if she surrenders to it, and she has no intention of doing so. Fear is not her master. She may feel it, but she does not obey it. She knows that she was made for more, and she refuses to let fear steal her destiny. She moves forward, eyes fixed on her purpose, and nothing, no fear, no doubt, no uncertainty can stop her from becoming everything she was meant to be. An unstoppable woman is not defined by the trials she faces, but by the strength she shows in overcoming them. She understands that life will not always be kind, that storms will come, and that setbacks are inevitable. But she does not crumble under the weight of adversity. Instead, she rises. She has been knocked down before, but she refuses to stay down. Every hardship she has endured has only made her stronger, wiser, and more determined. She does not run from challenges. She embraces them, knowing that each struggle carries a lesson, a blessing, and a new level of growth. She has walked through fire and come out refined, not burned. Pain has shaped her, but it has not broken her. When life threw obstacles in her path, she did not let them define her future. She used them as stepping stones to something greater. Where others saw defeat, she saw an opportunity to rebuild herself even stronger. She understands that resilience is not about avoiding hardships, but about refusing to let them destroy her. She stands tall even when the winds of life try to push her down, because she knows that she has survived too much to give up now. She does not dwell on past failures or mistakes. She does not let them become chains that hold her back. She forgives herself, learns from her experiences, and moves forward with newfound wisdom. She understands that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey to success. Every time she stumbles, she gets back up. Every time she faces disappointment, she finds the strength to keep going. She refuses to let one bad chapter define the rest of her story. An unstoppable woman does not waste time feeling sorry for herself. She acknowledges her pain, but she does not let it consume her. She finds the lesson in the struggle, the purpose in the pain. She knows that every hardship she has faced has prepared her for the person she is becoming. She has been shaped by the battles she has fought, and instead of being bitter, she is grateful. She wears her scars as a reminder that she is a warrior, that she has endured, and that she is still standing. No matter how hard life gets, she refuses to quit. When others doubt her, when the odds are stacked against her, when she feels like she has nothing left to give, she still finds a way to push forward. She does not let circumstances dictate her future. She does not allow temporary struggles to convince her to abandon her dreams. She knows that resilience is built in the moments when everything seems impossible, and yet she keeps going anyway. An unstoppable woman understands that life is not about avoiding the storms, but about learning how to dance in the rain. She does not let setbacks break her spirit. Instead, she lets them fuel her determination. She faces every challenge with the mindset of a conqueror, knowing that no trial is greater than the power that lies within her. An unstoppable woman carries no bitterness in her heart because she understands that forgiveness is the key to her freedom. She has been wronged, betrayed, and wounded, but she refuses to let the pain of the past hold her captive. She knows that resentment is a heavy burden, one that drains energy, steals joy, and clouds the future. So she chooses to release it, not because those who hurt her deserve forgiveness, but because she deserves peace. She refuses to let anger and bitterness poison her soul. She does not allow past wounds to dictate her destiny. She walks in the power of letting go. She understands that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It takes more courage to release pain than to hold on to it. It is easy to seek revenge, to stay angry, to replay the past over and over again. But she knows that doing so only harms herself. She does not allow grudges to shape her identity. She chooses to be bigger than the offense, stronger than the betrayal, and wiser than those who tried to break her. She knows that holding on to bitterness does not punish the other person. It only keeps her bound to the hurt, and she refuses to be bound. An unstoppable woman forgives not because it is easy, but because she refuses to stay stuck. She knows that as long as she clings to resentment, she is chained to the very thing she wants to move beyond. She does not deny the pain, nor does she pretend that it did not hurt. She acknowledges it, feels it, and then releases it. She refuses to be a prisoner to past wounds. She understands that her future is too valuable to be weighed down by anger, and so she sets herself free. She also forgives herself. She knows that she has made mistakes, taken wrong turns, and made choices she wishes she could undo. But instead of punishing herself, she gives herself grace. She does not let shame hold her back. She learns from her past, but she does not live there. She understands that self-forgiveness is just as powerful as forgiving others. She refuses to be her own worst enemy. Instead, she speaks kindness to herself, embraces her growth, and allows herself to move forward without guilt. She knows that forgiveness does not mean she allows toxic people to stay in her life. She sets boundaries. She walks away from what no longer serves her. She does not tolerate mistreatment, and she does not allow people to continue hurting her. Forgiveness is not about letting others off the hook. It is about setting herself. She lets go, not for their sake, but for her own. She values her peace, her joy, and her future too much to let bitterness take root. An unstoppable woman understands that forgiveness is her power. It does not mean forgetting, and it does not mean excusing harm. It means choosing herself, choosing her freedom, and choosing to move forward with an unburdened heart. An unstoppable woman stands firm in what she believes, knowing that her strength comes from a source greater than herself. She is not swayed by the opinions of the world, nor does she crumble under pressure when her values are tested. She walks with a confidence that cannot be shaken because she knows who she is and what she stands for. Her faith is not just something she holds, it is the foundation on which she builds her life. When the storms of life rage around her, she does not panic because she knows she is anchored in something unmovable, something eternal, something far greater than the temporary trials she faces. She has faced moments when everything seemed to fall apart, when the weight of the world felt too heavy to carry. She has had nights filled with tears, days when doubt crept in, and times when she wondered if she had the strength to keep going. But in those moments, she leaned on her faith. She understood that her power alone was not enough, but that there was a greater force sustaining her. She has seen mountains move, doors open, and impossible situations turn around, not because of luck, but because she stood firm in faith, refusing to give up even when the world told her to. An unstoppable woman does not live in fear because she knows she is not walking through life alone. She has a quiet confidence that no matter what comes her way, she will make it through. She does not need to have all the answers, and she does not need to see the full picture. She trusts that there is a purpose for her journey, even when she cannot yet see the destination. She believes that everything she faces, the good, the bad, the painful, and the joyful, is shaping her into the woman she was meant to be. She does not let doubt or negativity take root in her mind. She guards her thoughts, knowing that whatever she believes about herself will shape the life she lives. She speaks words of life, strength, and purpose over herself. She does not entertain the voices that tell her she is not enough. She does not let fear, insecurity, or past failures define her. She knows that her strength is not dependent on circumstances, but on the unshakable foundation she stands upon. When others question her, when life throws obstacles in her way, when everything seems uncertain, she does not waver. She does not need the approval of the world because she knows her worth does not come from others. She holds her head high, unafraid of what the future holds, because she knows who is guiding her steps. She does not let criticism discourage her, nor does she allow doubt to take root in her heart. She moves forward with boldness, knowing that she is exactly where she is meant to be. She walks in faith, not fear. She stands in strength, not in security. She knows that as long as she holds on to her unshakable faith, nothing in this world can stop her. Unstoppable woman does not rise alone. She lifts others with her. She understands that true success is not measured by personal achievements, but by the impact she has on those around her. She is not threatened by the success of others. Instead, she celebrates it. She knows that empowering others does not diminish her own greatness. It multiplies it. She carries a spirit of encouragement, always looking for ways to inspire, support, and uplift those who cross her path. She does not compete with others. She collaborates. She does not tear others down. She builds them up. She has walked difficult roads, faced challenges, and overcome obstacles, and she does not keep that wisdom to herself. She reaches back to help others navigate the journey. She knows what it is like to struggle, to doubt, to wonder if success is even possible. And because she has been there, she makes it her mission to show others that they, too, can rise. She does not hoard knowledge, opportunities, or success. She shares them freely because she understands that when one woman rises, we all rise. She is a mentor, a guide, a source of wisdom and strength for those who need it. She is not afraid to share her story, the triumphs and the failures, because she knows that someone else needs to hear it. She does not hide her scars. She wears them as a testament to what is possible. She uses her voice to speak life into others, to remind them of their worth, their potential, and their power. She does not allow jealousy, insecurity, or selfishness to cloud her vision. She sees the bigger picture, that lifting others does not take anything away from her, it only makes her stronger. She creates spaces where other women feel seen, valued, and empowered. She leads with kindness, strength, and confidence, showing by example what it means to be bold and fearless. She does not just talk about empowerment, she lives it. She invests in others, whether through time, resources, or encouragement. She knows that the mark of a truly unstoppable woman is not just what she achieves, but how many others she helps along the way. She believes in community over competition. She is not intimidated by the greatness in others. She calls it out and helps nurture it. She surrounds herself with strong, driven, and purpose-filled people, knowing that iron sharpens iron. She refuses to engage in gossip, negativity, or jealousy because she understands that tearing others down is a sign of weakness, not strength. She operates with a mindset of abundance, knowing that there is enough success for everyone. An unstoppable woman leaves a legacy that is bigger than herself. She does not just strive to be successful, she strives to make a difference. She knows that when she lifts others, she creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond what she can see. She understands that true greatness is not about standing at the top alone, but about bringing as many people with her as possible. An unstoppable woman is not defined by circumstances, fear, or the opinions of others. She knows her purpose, stands firm in her faith, and refuses to be broken by the trials of life. She faces fear, but does not let it rule her. She overcomes adversity with resilience, forgives to free herself, and lifts others as she rises. She does not wait for permission to be great. She walks boldly in the calling placed upon her life. Her strength is not found in perfection, but in perseverance. She has been through storms, but she did not drown. She has faced rejection, but she did not shrink back. She has encountered obstacles, but she did not surrender. She keeps moving forward, keeps believing, keeps striving, because she understands that her journey is bigger than just herself. She knows that she was made for more, and nothing, no failure, no setback, no fear can stop her. So to every woman listening today, you are stronger than you think, braver than you know, and more powerful than you realize. You were not created to live in the shadows of doubt and fear. You were made to shine, to rise, to break barriers, and to walk boldly in the purpose placed within you. Do not let the world convince you otherwise. You are an unstoppable woman. Now go and live like it.